pretending it's 3rd of June, and this evening Steve Jobs hopefully presents the new iPhone. We do not know if it's called 4G, HD, however. And because we had TomTom here, and we expect them to know something about their expectations from the new hardware and so on, we'd like to ask them, what do you expect from this evening? What do you expect from the new hardware will have been presented?
Yeah, from a hardware standpoint, there's obviously been a lot of information that's been made available thus far, either purposefully or otherwise. From our standpoint, what's as interesting, if not more interesting, is the new operating system and the functionality that it affords app developers, and specifically TomTom for our application, because multitasking is going to be a very, very important variable for people when they're using their phone for navigation. It's something that since the intent was announced back in April 8th to introduce the new operating system, we've been very focused upon and working hard against. One of the things that's been difficult as a navigation provider on the iPhone is the fact that thus far you have not been able to multitask. And the trade-off when a phone call comes in is quite significant, because as a user you have that choice between answering the phone or continuing to receive navigation instructions. And with the new operating system, we're able to work around that, to develop our application in such a way that, when a phone call comes in, you can continue to see visual instructions from the TomTom app, so that you don't have to miss a turn or restart the application after the phone call. And similarly, if you have another application running, you can continue to receive audio instructions from our application as it takes advantage of the multitasking capability. And so, OS 4 for us is a very, very much an enabler that will allow us to give people a more seamless experience in using our application with the iPhone or in conjunction with other applications that are running. And we think that that's important and will help more users to perhaps adopt navigation and TomTom navigation on the phone itself, because it addresses one of the major weak points thus far in the experience.
Do you have any ideas what hardware features the iPhone might have? We've got a few rumors, like front-facing camera and everything.
Yeah, we've had no particular visibility beyond what's been in the public domain, and from our standpoint, it's not going to make such a significant difference in the experience that people have with our application. We don't know if Apple's making a change to their chipset for the GPS receiver or the antenna, but from our standpoint, again, the primary benefit for us will be the move toward the new operating system. Now, of course, depending on what generation of phone people have, they may or may not be able to take advantage of that multitasking. But certainly with the new phone, we're expecting the multitasking in OS 4 to provide a more seamless navigation experience.
Are there any feature wishes you do have, apart from the operating system, that you're saying it would be so great if we had at least this screen resolution, for example, or it would be really great if we'd have I don't know, whatever, better speech recognition, whatever.
No, I have to say we're quite pleased by both the current hardware and the anticipated hardware. It's never really been much of a variable for us. Obviously, when we introduced the car kit for the current generations of iPhone, one of the things we recognized was that there was an opportunity to enhance the performance of the GPS with our application. But I'm not sure what Apple's going to change in that regard, and there really hasn't been a wish list per se of things that we wish operated differently.
You already did mention CarKit. Will there be a new version? There's a bit different look to the iPhone as we saw it on the news with all its glitches and so on. Did you have any information from Apple regarding, hey, if you're building the new CarKit, then it has to be of this size or has to use this dock connection and whatever.
Yeah, I mean, as you might imagine, Apple keeps that information pretty much to themselves. So we're anxiously awaiting some of the specifications on the new hardware. And if indeed there's any change required, then you can be assured that we'll work quickly to make any adjustments that are necessary to ensure that people who want to benefit from the car kit with the new iPhone hardware have the opportunity to do so. But we're anxiously awaiting that information from Apple as well, and looking forward to the details.
I guess after the release of the new iPhone, it will be several days, weeks that your new software will be available. Does the same account for hardware?
Yeah, indeed. I mean, once Apple releases OS 4, our goal is to shortly thereafter make some of the exactly. With hardware, obviously, the lead times are a bit different. And we've had access to the software development kit for OS 4 for some time now. In the case of the hardware, again, it's a different set of variables, a different lead time that's required to make any adjustments, if indeed they're required, and to get products into the marketplace.
And therefore, you expect maybe again a few months, or?
It's hard to say at the moment. Depending upon if there is indeed a change and what the extent of that change is and what sort of tooling adjustments and manufacturing adjustments are required. But as always, we try to get the product to market as quickly as possible to satisfy consumers who are interested in the car kit. We also, ensure that when we do that, we deliver a product that's up to the quality standard that they expect from TomTom. So we want to make sure when we do it in a timely manner, but we do it right.
Totally different question. We hope that it's not only the new iPhone that's presented this evening, but maybe also the MacBook he has for example, MacBook Air, whatever. We don't know if we should hope for Steve Ballmer to appear. Do you have any hopes, expectations apart this iPhone and TomTom related stuff from this evening? Maybe one more thing, whatever.
Well, I mean, just as somebody who works in the consumer electronics field, and as a company that obviously pays very close attention to what's happening around us, we're always interested in what developments take place at meetings such as this one. From our standpoint, the most interesting news will be around the iPhone and the new operating system, because obviously we have products that take advantage of both of those, and it's germane to the products that we're developing and to a large number of users who are using TomTom's application for the iPhone. So I'd say we're generally interested, but we're particularly interested in the iPhone and the operating system.
Are you a Mac user yourself apart from TomTom navigation to the iPhone?
I am, yes.
What do you use?
I have an iMac, a 24-inch iMac. Yeah, my kids spend a significant amount of time Facebooking about it. So I own one, but I don't often get to use it. I also own a new iPad. I have the Wi-Fi version of the iPad, and a number of iPhones and iPods.
Any more questions? No. Something you want to tell our audience, whatever?
Well, I appreciate people's interest in TomTom. I understand that there are lots of questions about what our product plans are, and people provide a lot of feedback to you about the car kit and the application. And I'd like to welcome people to continue to do that, and to let you know that we pay attention to the feedback. We value your opinion. You have a very well-educated audience who is passionate about technology, passionate about our products, and this is information particularly on the iPhone, where that's the best means of capturing kind of feedback from consumers, is in their ratings and what they're saying online and other places. That it really helps us to develop better products and to make sure that we're meeting their needs and taking advantage of the technologies that are available to us and to them. So keep it coming, and thank you very much for all of it.